Hi, I'm Tacita with Your Expert Fitter, and today we're going to talk about how to use the card system that we've designed for determining what is the right size gullet bar to use in several of our adjustable saddles that we carry. This one is for the symmetries and different British standard treed saddles. And so you want to start off by cutting along the line for the narrowest tree, and we're going to work our way up until we find what the appropriate tree size is for the horse. So you're going to locate the back of the horse's shoulder blade, and you're going to place 3 fingers. This positioning here is where the piece of paper is going to go. I'm going to place this down, and it's going to go perpendicular with the ground, making sure that the bottom of the piece of paper is making contact with the horse. Now, the way that this is positioned, I can tell that this first tree size, which is medium narrow, is too narrow for this horse. Because you see how much of an air gap that there is? There is so much of this piece of paper that is hovering above the horse. This means that this is too narrow. So I'm going to take my piece of paper and I'm going to cut for the next tree size wider, and we're going to see what that one looks like. So I'm going to cut along the line for medium. I'm going to be very careful to follow this line exactly. And it's important when we're doing this also that our horse is standing square on a level surface with a natural posture. We don't want them grazing. We don't want them having one hind leg cocked. We don't want them to be splayed out. So now we're going to evaluate for a medium tree. Again, I'm going to locate the back of the scapula, 3 fingers behind. I'm going to place my piece of paper perpendicular with the ground. And again, we still have that same air gap. So that lets me know that we need to go wider still. I'm going to cut again. Being careful to follow that line. All right, let's take a look at this one. See how the top of that is now resting on her wither, and how close of a match that is to her body, where that's brushing up against all of her coat? That's looking like a really good fit. So I would say that this horse is a medium wide tree. Now, if you want to be absolutely sure, you can go ahead and cut for the next size wider, and we can see what that looks like. It's probably going to have a bit of a wobble to it, and you're going to see that it's going to be a little bit gappy. Now, if you find that you just can't decide between 2 tree sizes, there's only a 5-degree difference between one tree size and another. So if you can't decide between one or another, it's best to go to the next tree size wider, because we can always add a little bit of flocking. When we go to the next tree size wider, I can see that there's a little bit of a shift and a wiggle from side to side. A wide tree for this horse in this stage of her development is probably not the best choice. So it would be best if she goes for a medium wide. So now I'm going to show you what it would look like and why we do this instead of evaluating just with a static tree. So this saddle here, believe it or not, is 2 tree sizes too wide for this horse. But when we look at it, it sits pretty stable. She has 4 fingers of wither clearance here. She's got great wither clearance on either side. And when I run my hand from top to bottom here on the tree points, it actually feels pretty good. Same thing when I run my hand from front to back. When we're dealing with a flocked, fixed treed saddle like this, it's pretty quick and easy to be fooled. So if I were to order her something that is a wide, extra wide like this, over time, this is not going to adequately support her. She may have some long-term damage from this. That's why we use the card systems, because it is foolproof. It's a great way for us to be able to determine that we are creating the adequate support structure for the horse. Now let's take a look at this exact same model on her in her correct tree size.
Go.
So this is a traditional British made saddle in a medium wide tree for her. Exact same model as the last one that you just saw. Notice it has the same stability, same easy forefinger clearance here, adequate wither clearance on either side. Feels great top to bottom there in the bar angle. And then again, we've got a nice even consistency there front to back in the panel contact as well. But I know that the internal structures of this saddle are adequate for this horse. So if you have any questions on how to use our card system, please feel free to reach out. Make sure that you grab the right one for your horse. If not, they are something that we can email to you, and then you can print them off on cardstock so that they're a little bit easier to use. Have a good day.